be sure it's true when you say, I love you.
At the last Copenhagen Jazz Festival, a traditional band entertained an attentive crowd. The most obvious feature, the musicians and the audience were mainly in their 60s and 70s.
Just because those words were spoken, I love you, yes I do.
The scene epitomized the genre's battle against the passage of time. Across Europe, jazz clubs are struggling to survive. But at the Standard Club in Copenhagen, pianist and producer Niels Lan Doky is trying to reinvigorate the jazz gene pool.
What is happening with jazz is that all the icons have been dying since the early 90s. Miles Davis, Stan Getz, all those big icons that keep the jazz genre in the forefront of the collective consciousness are no longer there, so it's important to have new artists that come up and take over those spots from the old masters. And the jazz industry, the festivals, the record companies and the promoters have neglected developing new talents for way too long.
Why can't you just hold me?
One of his discoveries is 16-year-old Amanda Thompson, who's been enchanting jazz aficionados this winter.
I've listened to R&B and soul my whole life, and I think the genre jazz is a little bit like R&B, and I just love the music, and it's like going into another world.
Living dreams again. I believe that love will never end.
In spite of the young age, she not only has a very advanced technical command of her instrument, of her voice, she also has a very, very strong emotional presence in the song, in the interpretation of the lyrics and the conveying the story to the listener, and that is something that you generally find only in singers who are quite mature.
Another of Lan Doky's finds is drummer Daniel Bardeleben, who's 22 years old.
I don't think it'll get extinct in my lifetime anyway, because, you know, the thing that will keep it alive is people playing it. And I know I'm gonna be playing it till I die. It's just the freedom of expression. If I feel like playing something and if I can justify it musically, I'm allowed to play it. Yeah, so it makes it fun to play.
The challenge for jazz is to make sure that it doesn't end up as a fixture in the Museum of Culture. It has to stay relevant in an age of rap and hip-hop. And in today's instant society, does anyone have the patience anymore for the long improvised solos that are jazz's trademark? With her influences from soul, R&B and gospel, as well as jazz, Amanda has the ability to go in any direction. The question is whether jazz and its limited appeal will be strong enough to win her over.